Man, college basketball, right? Just another Saturday. You know what? The Big 12, highly competitive league. We knew we were going to come in and get a really a really well coached team that was prepared to come in today and play at a very high level. Coach Adams does a great job, and we've got a lot of respect for him and his program. I give my guys credit. They really battled and they were prepared and up for the challenge today. Our crowd again was tremendous. Students, coming in and really giving us really a home court advantage today. And really the last two ball games they've been, over the charts for us in terms of the energy that they're bringing to the building and bringing to our guys in critical times of the game. So kudos to our fans and Longhorn Nation for coming out and getting behind this group and continue to support us. And hopefully we're making you proud, and we'll just keep working and trying to continue to get better each and every day.
Questions for the players, please. Marcus, whenever you go to halftime, offense isn't really using that much, and then you'll have to let Timmy do his ISO thing that really dictates the offense. How important is it that he can do that just kind of on his own and get things going for everybody else?
Well, yeah. Obviously, we all know the caliber of player that Timmy is, and feel like he's in his rhythm now. He's found his groove. He's doing what we all knew, he's capable of doing, and it's just another byproduct of the team that we have. We have a great team with a lot of great players who each and every night can get going, and Timmy's a guy who's obviously playing at a consistent level right now and doing what we know he can do. So we're definitely appreciative of him on both ends of the floor and on the glass and everything he does. No, I wouldn't say we're a second half team. Obviously, we're not, trying to get off to bad starts. It's something that, we're gonna have to work on going forward. And, we know, especially on the road, you can't really dig yourself in the hole. So it's something that, we're gonna work on and get better at for sure. But at the same time, I do like the fact that, we're able to fight and still be resilient. I'd rather, us not put ourselves in the position to be resilient, but it is good to see that, our vets and our young guys are able to respond in those situations. I wouldn't say it's the same thing every time. I think, we came out focused tonight on the defensive end for the most part. In the first 4 minutes, we were doing a pretty good job. But sometimes, it might be a defense, it might be offense, whatever it is. But it's just something that, we got to work on going forward.
I give all the credit to my teammates. They keep me motivated and keep me confident. Obviously, I haven't been having a good first halves in the past couple games, but it just happens. As a player, you just got to keep pushing, just keep chipping away, trying to find a way to help the team. And I scored the ball, but I just tried to help my teammates with defense and just trying to make an impact on the defensive end, because I know that's what starts our offense. And just trying to be that guy that just does whatever we need whenever we need
it. No, definitely. Coach challenged us for sure, and it was something that I definitely took a bit personal. But all credits to him. He's a great coach, and he knows how to get that out of us. He definitely challenged us. Obviously, we didn't like the way we were playing at all, so he came into halftime, and the main message was, we're better than that, and he knows we're better than that, and he just wanted us to step up and come out in the second half and play how we know we can play and close the game out. So a great halftime speech, in my opinion. It's just a great press breaker put in by RT late game. It's helped us out a couple times, and we have a guy that we trust in Jabari throwing the ball in, and we're able to kind of just make eye contact in those moments. And he told me it was going to be open, and I got open for him, and we were able to kind of convert it and turn it into a break. And then I saw the 2-on-1 opportunity. Timmy cut in, and I just trusted him to finish, and he did just that.
Our defense. We started to get stops, and it started to help us on offense. Coach Terry was talking about the whole game. It's just when you get stops on defense, it kind of helps you on the offensive end. You got more confidence to shoot the ball. You got more confidence to grab a good, big rebound, or you got more confidence in your teammates to knock down a shot. So I feel like when we started playing defense together, then we started moving the ball on offense together, then we started clicking together. And I think that's what ultimately got us to win in the past 2 games.
Well, I can't speak for before I was here, but I know ever since I got here, Brock's been able to shoot the ball at, an extremely high level. And he's been a guy who, puts in a lot of work. We got a team full of players that put in a lot of work, and, I feel like that's where our confidence comes from. And even if a certain guy doesn't have confidence in himself, we're able to instill that confidence because we're able to see everybody putting in that work on a daily basis. So I fully trust all these guys. I definitely trust Brock to, knock down those shots and shoot those shots in big moments. He's obviously shown he's able to hit them, and he's shooting them at a high clip right now. And I feel like he's always been that guy, and it's just showing up right now.
I think I played okay. Everybody else thinks I played great, but I think I played okay. We have bigger expectations, higher expectations. I can't just settle in a game like that when we don't come out and have a full 40 minutes of just dominating basketball. And that's starting with me, defensive-wise, starting with just us just locking in, coming back to practice tomorrow and being ready to lock into the details. But I feel like we're getting better every day. But to answer your question, do I go home like I'm satisfied? Absolutely not, never. I'm ready. I'm actually eager to come back tomorrow and get to practice and get ready to face the next opponent.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
They won't take questions for Coach Terry. Please raise your hand. Go ahead, please. How much of a challenge is it kind of getting back to that chess match in the last 50 seconds, like 50 minutes?
Well, a lot of respect for Coach Adams. He's a great coach and had his team well prepared to play today. We expected that. They're a team. You look at the record right now, and you couldn't really pay attention to that. Their games could have went either way throughout the process here, and they could have easily had 3 wins right now coming in today's contest. But down the stretch, we were trying to put the right guys in position, both offensively and defensively, to try to close the game out. We wanted to get the right guys with the ball in their hands to close the game out at the free throw line. And then we wanted to have a defensive lineup in that could do a great job trying to rebound for us as well. We know that they throw a lot of different, we call them punches, out of timeouts where they may throw a trap here or there that we had to be prepared for as well. And I thought our guys did a great job of staying together and staying connected and executing what we were trying to get done down the stretch. Oh, good question, Jeff. $4 is a good player. I mean, we recruited him here, and we were involved in his recruitment. And we know the caliber player that he is. He could really shoot the basketball. He could rebound the ball, and he's a very high-level player, And we know also that he's still just kind of working his way back in shape a little bit too. So we knew we needed to move him around a little bit in this game, and he still was a factor. You know what I mean? Because we knew his conditioning wasn't where our conditioning is right now and everything, but. He gets a little bit more on this, his feet up on him a little bit, get his wind a little bit. He's gonna be tough to deal with the second quarter Big 12 play here when we have to play those guys again, because he just puts a lot of pressure on you, because he's a guy that can shoot the basketball and he can also score with his back to the basket, and he can rebound. Yeah, you know what, we really work with our guys on trying to, just have laser focus. In practice we play music loud a little bit too at times, so guys can kind of focus and be prepared for those moments. But really, at the end of the day, I think it's just a matter of just locking into what we're trying to get done and staying together. You know, I think we talk to our guys all the time about staying connected on the floor. You know, whether you're touching someone, you're communicating with someone, you're connected the entire time, and we'll all be on the same page of what we're trying to get done. Oh man, Kurt, yeah. You know what? Basically, my message to the guys were, you know, we knew this was going to be a toughness and a grit game. We knew that these guys were going to come in and we're going to get their best game today in terms of how hard they were going to play. And you know, they were beating us on the glass pretty good. They were in the paint, and we tried to make a conscious effort trying to keep them out of the paint. And then we just needed to play more assertive. You know, we need to make more decisive plays. You know, if we're going to go in for the, you know, to go into the paint, we need to go in there and be decisive when we're going in and make a play for ourselves or for a teammate. You know, we were just a little timid, to be honest, you know, to start the game, and we didn't need to play that way. You know, we said we wanted to be a team that came out and just really played in attack mode on both ends of the floor. I think anytime our team, Nick, can really start getting really good possessions on offense, I think we're a lot better defensively coming down. We're able to have our defense set, and now we can sit down. But I thought, again, we really had to place an emphasis on starting the game with a really good defensive mindset. You know, sometimes, you know, some teams, you know, and we've been guilty of this a little bit, where our offense affects our defense a little bit. You know, if we don't get off to a great start, shooting the ball or finishing at the basket, sometimes we let it affect our defense a little bit, and we can't have that. But at the same time, I'm still really excited about this team because, you know, again, I think our ceiling's still high. We haven't played our best basketball, and to be honest with you, you don't want to be playing your best basketball in January. You want to play your best basketball in February and mid-February and the end of March is when you want to be playing your best basketball. So, again, you know, this team has really focused on really trying to fix the things we need to try to fix, and you know, there's no doubt in my mind we'll continue to work and get better as the season goes along. Well, Cedric, again, I really try to stress to our guys, you know, let's don't try to do anything we don't do in practice. I think we bring really good energy in practice. We have a great pace to our practice, and we try to compete really hard in practice. And I think that's what you have to do is start games. I think in starting the games, get lost playing, and I say this to our guys all the time, get lost playing really hard on defense and let offense come to you easy. You know, you're ready to make a meaningful shot. You're ready to make a simple play and hit an open teammate. But if your mindset is that way, you know, we're able to get out and play to our strength offensively when we're able to get stops. You know, so, you know, we're working toward that. We have a you know, really good group of guys that I think really want to do that, and they do it in practice. We just have to be consistent doing it, you know, over 40 minutes. You know, we come out in the second half, and we definitely shown we could come out with that kind of mindset. We just got to be able to come out with that at the start of the ball games and try to make plays on our terms offensively. Well, I think, again, you know, Brock came in the game. He was a sub at that point. He came into the game shortly before he made that three. We were kind of going offense for defense. And we know Brock puts a lot of time on his shooting. And, you know, I think over the course of the season, you could kind of see, you know, how Marcus Carr has really evolved into trusting the teammates. You know, early in the year, he probably would have taken that shot and said, you know what, I'm going to try to go win this game for us ourselves. But, you know, being a smart IQ player there and trusting his teammate, knowing that Brock's going to knock that shot down. If Brock has his feet set, he's going to knock that shot down. And I just think you see, you know, Marcus again over the course of this season really, you know, buying into trusting your teammates in big moments. And that was a big moment for us. That was a big shot. Well, possession games, being able to close those out and close those out the right way in terms of trying to get stops and get to the foul line and finish at the foul line. It's kind of what you want to be able to do in terms of closing out games. I think at the end of the games, your guards are going to have to really control the game in terms of closing it out. And I thought our guys did a really good job of that again tonight. I really thought, again, about the 8-minute mark, we really started trying to say it's winning time right now. We got to try to put together some consecutive stops, and then we got to come down and really execute and earn a basket on offense. And I thought our guys done a really good job of that down the stretch here, especially over the last 2 ball games, and even at the Oklahoma State game. I mean, we had to buckle down and get some stops, and then we had to come down and earn a basket, on our terms. Yeah, Joe, Terry is a very talented player. He's going to be a really, really good player moving forward. He's a guy that has the chance to be a really good two-way player, meaning that he can play really, really good hard-nosed defense and sit down and be a guy that stays in front of the basketball. He's a guy that has great size that can rebound for his position. And then on the offensive end, he's a guy that can really get downhill and finish at the basket, and we know that he can make open threes as well. So, sky's the limit on how good he's going to be moving forward. And, I think with his mindset defensively and coming in and giving us the lift that he's given us over the 2 last ball games, you grow each and every game with more and more trust and big moments with him on the floor. Well, you always, time and situations always really big, and our guys have been coached up to know that, a lot of times 10 seconds or less, if we're up 3 or even 8 seconds or less sometimes, we want to close the game out, with the lead, and we'll go to the foul line and we'll put our guys on the foul line because we shoot pressure free throws all the time in practice. So we didn't want that foul at that particular junction there, right off the rebound. If he's able to take 2 or 3 more dribbles, and we're able to foul and not in the act of shooting, then that's really what we want. We want to have our guys sub in that can give us the rebound, and then try to close it out at the free throw line, but not that quick. That was a little quick. He heard foul and he knew we're 8 seconds or less, and we want to foul, but not at that juncture. Yeah, you know what? I think, over the course of the season, the ebb and flow of how season goes, I think, guys sometimes, have to play their way through situations, and, Tyrese played 25 minutes today. And again, I think, I think he'll find his groove here, at the right time. He's too good a player not to. He's a high-level player, and he's a guy that we have extremely high expectations for. And I know he has high expectations for himself likewise. And, there's no doubt in my mind Tyrese's is going to be playing at a very high level when we need him to be playing at a high level. But even when he's not, I think his leadership out there and his experience out there really gives us a lift on both ends of the floor. No, nothing health-wise. I think he's played through some of that this year and stuff, and, again, he's a terrific young player, and sometimes we think he's an older player, but he's still a young player that's continuing to develop and continue to get better each and every day. And there's no doubt, again, in my mind that he's gonna close out this season on a very high note. No, absolutely. Especially against a really good front line that Texas Tech was able to put out there. I mean, Banner's a guy that can shoot the basketball, $4. Bacho, those guys are good players. I mean, that's 3 really good post guys. And the young Jennings kid, he didn't get a chance to play a whole lot, but they've got really good interior players. And I thought, Dylan Dessou and CB gave us very valuable minutes. I think we had 8 blocks in the game. We had 7 steals. Dylan Dessou gave us a great charge late in the game. That's rim protection for us likewise. And those guys came in and did a nice job for us. And sometimes they don't get a lot of the glamour in terms of points and all that stuff. But all that goes into winning basketball. And those guys made major contributions for us tonight toward getting this done.
Thanks all.
Thank you.